Hi, welcome to Project Geospatial. I'm Adam Simmons here at the 2025 GEOINT Symposium in St. Louis, Missouri. Right now, I have this round I have the pleasure of talking to Cesium. So, and well, sir, I have met you before, and you got an incredible role at Cesium. But how about you introduce yourself? Before we talk about Cesium, I want to learn a little bit more about you and your experience in the industry and what you led to where you are today.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for the opportunity to be here. You know, I first discovered you in 2020. I was looking for something to listen to on geospatial and found the podcast searching in Spotify and was just blown away to see all the videos there and the content. And I was like, Geospatial's made it. We're on Spotify. So really appreciate the opportunity to be here today. But my name's Trent Tinker. I lead the federal business development team at Cesium. So I've been with Cesium since 2023, but really spent most of my career working for geospatial software companies in 3D geospatial focused on the defense and the aviation domains. So before I joined Cesium, I was with the Open Geospatial Consortium, so I'm very passionate about interoperability and open standards, and I was with them for about 2 years. And then before that, I was with Hexagon and Hexagon US Federal via the acquisition of Lucid. For about 11 years. And then going way back to when I was actually writing code, I worked with Esri and the professional services group there, and then with some Esri business development, or some Esri partners before that as well.
So your roots go all the back to, you went straight out of college going to Esri?
With Esri, so actually I spent a little bit of time in academia, but then I started working with Esri, some Esri partners, and then directly with Esri in about 2010. But yeah, I was undergrad, I was a computer science major and kind of stumbled on GIS, and I've been running with it ever since.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah. So diving a little bit more into Cesium a little bit, I know they spun out of AGI years ago, and I've been watching Cesium ever since evolve into an incredible company.
Right.
I think it was within the last number of months, Cesium was acquired as well.
Right.
And
yeah.
that made some big news.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that relationship?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really exciting times at Cesium. So you know, Cesium is now a part of Bentley Systems,
right.
And that's really been great. We go way back with Bentley. But the partnership has really been great for advancing our vision with openness and interoperability. And we've got a great relationship with them, both on the technology side and also on the culture side. So we already had a relationship with them where Cesium JS was a part of the iTwin solution there. And then 3D Tiles, which is a open standard that Cesium created that was adopted by OGC as an industry standard in 2019. Bentley Systems was actually one of the supporters for that as well. So a great culture fit there with openness and just believing in openness, fostering innovation. But then also location-wise, so you mentioned spinning out of AGI. So we spun out of AGI in 2019. And then we were acquired by Bentley Systems, and both are actually located in Exton, Pennsylvania, which is about 15 minutes away from each other. So
I never would have imagined that's incredible, but
right.
I never would have imagined that small area in Pennsylvania is becoming a geospatial hub too, right?
Right.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, but Cesium is known for quite a bit from 3D resolution, 3D rendering, and digital twins, and your amazing open source APIs and things like that. So,
right.
Touch a little bit about that, especially as it relates to your experience and passion for interoperability.
Absolutely, yeah. So at Cesium, we provide an open platform for 3D geospatial for the built and the natural environment. And really our number one goal is advancing the 3D geospatial ecosystem. And we're doing that through our core tenets of openness and then interoperability as well. So on the openness side, we have our open source clients like Cesium JS, and then plugins for the gaming engines like Unreal and Unity and Omniverse. And those are used widely throughout the DoD and the IC. Actually, one of my favorite things about this event is walking the show floor, and some customers I know they're using Cesium, and others I see a map and I'm like, wait, you're using Cesium, our open source clients, and so that's always fun at these events. And then on the interoperability side, we have 3D Tiles. So that's a standard that we created in 2015. Then it was adopted by OGC as the industry standard in 2019. And then within this community, a good example is the One World Terrain program with the U.S. Army. So 3D tiles is a foundational standard there under the One World Terrain program with the well-formed format. So well-formed format is an extension of 3D tiles, and it's really been a great program for also evolving that standard. We've included additional metadata and things like that in the 3D tiles 1.1 format.
And one of my favorite aspects of watching Cesium is how you are bridging the gap between not just this industry, but the gaming industry as well.
Right.
And a lot of your resources are being used on the gaming side, and you're getting a lot of traction of showcasing what the power of real geospatial technology can do on that front, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So we have the plugins for Unreal, for Unity, and for Omniverse. And then when you think about taking all the work that the geospatial community has been doing for 20, 30, 40 years with accurate data, and then you can bring that to that gaming community, you can really create some powerful applications, of course, in the DoD and the IC, but it also helped make 3D tiles make it to the Olympics last year, which was really exciting to see with NBC Sports.
Awesome, and I'm looking forward to. I know that at their booth they got this crazy little lunar lander game, and I'm a huge fan of it. Been playing that for years. Yeah. And Project Geospatial has currently got the new high score, but I love that is a great little game to bring people to the booth. I love it.
Absolutely, so. It's kind of a little known secret. So Cesium's known for being the software company, but we do provide the global 3D content that we curate. So yeah. It's so we have the Cesium world terrain, we have a bathymetry data set, and now we have the moon terrain.
Well, and talk about that a little bit, because what I love is you posted a couple of weeks ago, or someone from your company did, about the simulation of actually being an astronaut, doing training with the tools and being able to land a lander, right?
That's right, yeah. So so the game is great. It's a great way to see the moon and try it out. There is a real-world use case that was supported with NASA where you can start to think about digital twins and infrastructure on the moon. So with that moon terrain, you can simulate like putting things together, actually like hitting moon rocks and stones, and you can also bring in your own data. So they're able to bring in some of their higher resolution data for a local area and tile that with our data set, and just a fantastic use case. And it also got me a lot of credit with my 9-year-old to show him what Dad does, and he was blown away by it as well.
That's awesome. Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to talk about Cesium? How about something that maybe people overlook about Cesium that you think people should know?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're known for our openness and our open source software. We do have commercial software available as well with Cesium Ion self-hosted. So specifically with this community and the DoD and the IC, that's where you can take the tiling and the server offline, on the high side and in a disconnected environment. And you can also create rich user experiences with that as well. So one good example is one of our customers, TerraDepth, who has created, so they have autonomous solution for mapping the seafloor, and with Cesium Ion self-hosted, they're able to bring that data in, combine it with the bathymetry data set, and then provide a solution for visualizing, analyzing, and sharing their data in their absolute ocean solution there.
Great, and I'd like to do a shout out. You got a conference coming up, is that correct?
We do, yeah, appreciate that. So one of the great things with Bentley and advancing our vision is, now we're putting together the first Cesium Developer Conference. So that's going to be next month, June 23rd to the 25th, and we're really excited about that.
In Philadelphia, is that correct?
In Philadelphia, yes.
Sweet. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and it was a great conversation to understand who you are specifically, and also who Cesium and the amazing work that you've been doing for a number of years.
Absolutely, yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm Simmons of Project Geospatial. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to everybody next time.